Welcome to Pass the Turn. This is another Magic the Gathering session today, and we're just going to have a look at the new Throne of Eldraine spoilers and just a little bit of discussion around the mechanics that we can expect and the theme that we can expect from the set. And it is very much a thematic set. Due to be released at the beginning of October, but I believe the pre-releases and what have you and the events surrounding that will be around about late September. So hopefully I can get to one of those myself, but very, very much looking forward to it. It's very, very thematic in the sense that it's all based on fairy tale folklore, those grim tales, Knights of the Round Table, witches, apples, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, all that sort of stuff, Beanstalk, Jack and the Beanstalk, all those fairy folklore tales are going to be brought to life in Throne of Eldraine. And I am very much a theme player. All my decks, albeit they're all Commander, EDH, a lot of the stuff you'll see on this channel is EDH only, but a lot of my decks are very much based on the themes that are surrounding them. But this is very, very much a theme-based set, and it looks really, really interesting. So today we're just going to go through a couple of the spoilers that you can find. I'm looking at magicspoiler.com, and you can have a look for yourself as well. And we're going to go through the mechanics also. So let's get straight to it. So I'm looking at, if you look at magicspoiler.com, you'll see that there's obviously Oko, a couple of things that are Oko related, who's the new legendary planeswalker, but it's all in Italian, so I can't find, I can't see that. I can't read or write Italian, so I can't really translate that for you. But the artwork looks fantastic, and he looks like quite like a trickster type. So it'd be interesting to see what his abilities are. But let's go down. The lands looking really, really nice. The lands are looking really, really nice actually. Those islands, wow, look at those islands. Beautiful. They look really, really nice. Plains, like enchanted plains and stuff. Swamps, again, a lot of enchantment related stuff. Like little fairies and that, little fae stuff. So yeah, the lands look really, really nice. Oh, look at that one. That one's lovely. Look at that. Can't zoom in, but never mind. The lands look really, really nice. So it's always good to pimp out your deck with lands that you really, really like the look of. So one of the main mechanics in this new set that's being flaunted at the moment is this new adventure mechanic. So let's have a look at Beanstalk Giant. This is a mana ramp, so it's a nice example. So you got the really, really nice artwork there, which is like special art that you can get in the promo packs. I think there's like promo packs that you can get that cost more, but you get nice art and really, really, really nice cards. So let's have a look at Beanstalk Giant then. So Beanstalk Giant, as a generic creature, costs 1 forest and 6 others to play, and his power and toughness equals the number of lands you control. So it's basically a Mono Marrow sorcerer, basically. And the adventure mechanic will allow you to play Beanstalk Giant from your hand as its adventure cost. So you can either play Beanstalk Giant as its mana, its general mana, and it would be a star equals the number of lands you control, or you could pay it for its sorcery, adventure, Fertile Footsteps, search library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Then what would happen to Beanstalk Giant? He would go off on an adventure. Obviously you get his adventure text benefit, so you play him as an adventure card, you'd search library for a land, put it onto the battlefield, then Beanstalk Giant would go off on an adventure, basically, and when he's on an adventure, he's technically classed as being in exile, but you can cast him at any time from exile for his actual cost. So that's awesome, because it gives all the cards that have adventure a double utilization. It'll allow you to play the adventure mechanic and also bring it back as a body later on if you wanted to play it as a creature. But what's good about these cards is that you could run them if you want the mana ramp spell from Beanstalk Giant. It's pretty good, you know. Kodama's Reach allows you to get 2 lands, one into play tapped and one into your hand. This will allow you to search your library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield. Just straight away, put it onto the battlefield straight away, and then obviously Beanstalk Giant goes off on an adventure, but you can then summon him back, you know, later on in the game, and he's going to be ridiculous power and toughness because you would have built up your land base by then. So it gives you nice utilization of cards that you could include in your deck instead of the sorceries or instance. It would normally, for instance, this one, Beanstalk Giant, instead of running a Farseek or a Kodama's Reach or a Cultivate, you could run a Beanstalk Giant, makes, you know, it's a ramp spell essentially, but then you could also bring him back as a Molimo Marrow Sorcerer, which is basically the same thing. Star equals number of lands you control, but with trample, and you get you get 2 cards on 1 card basically. So that's going to be awesome for Commander players wanting to utilise their 99 cards more effectively. So I think these Sorcery Adventure cards, the more they get spoiled, the better for Commander players, because it gives us 2 options rather than just 1 on a piece of cards. So I think that's a really, really good addition, especially for us Commander players. So Beanstalk Giant. Let's have a look at another one quickly. It's got the adventure mechanic on. Bear with me a moment. Here we are, Animating Fairy. So Animating Fairy, let's click on this. Animating Fairy is a vanilla 2/2 flying creature for 3 mana, 1 blue and 2 others. But if you play her for the adventure cost first, she will animate a non-creature artifact. So target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature, and then put 4 +1/+1 counters on it. So if you play her out of your hand for her adventure cost, she's going to animate one of your mana rocks or one of your food tokens, which we'll get to later, and then go off to adventure, and then you can bring her back as a 2/2 flying body later. Which again, these adventure cards are fantastic, giving you that double utilization. So definitely have a look at all those adventure cards when they come out, fellow Commander players, please. The next mechanic that we're going to go into is food tokens. So food tokens, I'm not sure if there has one been spoiled somewhere. No, there has. I think there is one somewhere, but I can't be bothered to find it. So let's just click on this, Taste of Death. This generates food tokens. So Taste of Death costs 2 black and 4 others, sorcery. Each player sacrifices 3 creatures. You create 3 food tokens. So food tokens, it says on this card actually, they are artifacts with pay 2 and tap and sacrifice, you gain 3 life. So like treasure tokens or clue tokens, you sacrifice them to get an additional benefit. And I think food tokens are going to be utilised on loads of other different cards as well. Like this, bake into a pie. So this is destroy target creature, create a food token. And I think that Oko Planeswalker that I mentioned earlier is going to utilise food tokens in some way, or there's going to be other cards out there that will utilise food tokens the more you have. So that's why they're giving you all these food tokens. So I think that's a really, really thematic thing to include in there. I think a lot of people have seen the spoiled gingerbread man or animate bread. So you know, a lot of people have seen that gingerbread man. He's going to be something to do with food. He's got to be. He's got to animate some food, or he's going to have to evolve from a food, or do something with food tokens. But that whole, if you've seen the video for Throne of Eldraine, the spoiler video, well not a spoiler video, but the animated video that they've done and that they continue to do since Roar the Spark, that is all about a gingerbread couple's relationship going down the pan, quite literally, and Garruk ends up biting one of the gingerbread man's head off. It's quite savage, actually, but he is a wild speaker, so I guess that would make sense. But he loves gingerbread men, apparently. Not in that way, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's food tokens, again, like clue and treasure tokens, are going to be another resource that you can utilise to gain life and potentially trade in for other things. Like that Animating Fairy we just discussed earlier, that can potentially animate one of those food tokens into a 4/4 creature. So, cool mechanic. Very, very fairy tale-esque as well. Animating gingerbread men and creating things into food tokens, baking them into pies, etc. So it's nice and thematic. The other mechanic that we're going to see as well is something called Adamant, which I'm going to try and get up now as well. I think I saw something with Adamant on just a minute ago. Where is it? Adamant, here we go. Slaying Fire. So Adamant is rewarding you for casting a spell just using 1 colour of mana, basically. So Slaying Fire, on its own accord, would cost 1 red and 2 others, and it does 3 damage to any target. If you just paid, you know, its mana cost with whatever colours of mana you just so desire. But if you use it for its Adamant effect, if at least 3 red mana was spent to cast this spell, so if you cast all of its mana using red, it will deal 4 damage instead of 3. So it gives you a bonus for playing everything in one mana colour. It's the same with this one here, Ember Paladin. He's a 4/1 haste. he costs 4 to bring out, 1 red and 3 others. But if you pay 3 red mana, again, he will enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter, so he'll come in as a 5/2 rather than a 4/1. So it gives you a, again, another utilization of the card. You know, if you're playing it in multiple colours, it might not be as good. But if you want to play it in mono red, coming in as a 5/2 haste for 4 mana is not too bad. So it gives you, again, that double utilization if you want to build it appropriately. So again, those are the 3 main mechanics that have been spoiled so far, and again, it just looks really awesome. There's another adventure card here. Let's have a look at this one, Ember F Shield Breaker. It's 2/1 that costs 1 red and 1 other, but it has a Battle Display Sorcery Adventure, which destroys target artifact, and then if you want, you can bring it back as a 2/1 later. So again, it's just full of flavour, and it looks awesome. It really, really does. And I know I've done a Throne of Eldraine reaction video, which you can see up there before, but I just thought I'd go through what my thoughts and feelings are on the new mechanics and just have a revel in these cards because they look awesome. I mean, it's not really my style. You know, I'm more about sort of demons and big octopuses and krakens and serpents and stuff, and not really my flavour. I mean, there is a set coming out that I think is called Ikoria, Lair of the Behemoths, and I think that is going to be right up my alley. Right up my alley. I recently made a Lothros, the Tidemaker deck. I disassembled my RX Mechthis and went mono blue, big krakens and serpents, and I'm yet to bring that to the table. So stay tuned to the channel because you will see that at some point. I'm going to be bringing it out to future games. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Just a little brief video today on the Throne of Eldraine spoilers and the mechanics that we can expect from the set. So I hope you've had a nice time sitting here with me today. And if our content is down your alley, we're going to be playing a lot of board games, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. Please like and subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification if you want to be notified from all of our future geeky content. If you're going to buy any Magic the Gathering cards, check our affiliate link in the description box below with Big Orbit cards. That will help us directly if you purchase using that affiliate link. It's always worth a look. They are very, very good UK-based prices. Their stock is a bit hit and miss, but if you're looking to bulk out a deck or start a deck in some way, then go and have a look on there first. We would very, very much appreciate it. And if you're into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic, go and have a look at that, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, go and have a look at that affiliate link as well, because they have all the card games on there, so go and have a look, please. And follow us on Twitter as well, link in the description, and Instagram, link in the description. And we're always posting stuff on there, whether that's about future videos or future things you can see to expect on the channel. But yeah, we'll see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you later.